Yo, what's up, guys? Decided to do another one of these live streams here. We'll see what happens here. Fingers crossed it works. But what I'm going to be talking about here before we get rocking and rolling here, I want to give you guys a little bit of an update. And it really comes down to what we talk a lot about inside of our EBF, and that is Ecom business formula. And again, if you want the complete overview of what we're doing, the high level view, and really digging into your market, head over to ecombizbook.com. And again, I'm going to throw that up there real quick. That's the link to really give you the playbook that we're using, and really goes hand in hand with what I'm about to share with you here in this live. So let's jump into it here. Just this past week, my partner had emailed me and said, actually texted me and said that we were doing really, really well for this month's ad revenue. Okay. Now what I'm talking about today, the $2,008, has nothing to do with the ad revenue side of things, has nothing to do with the physical products that we're selling, has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is a new test that we put in place here. Now it's 30 days old, but it was, I think the last time I talked about it, we were at like $1,600. But I wanted to let you guys know, again, this is something that you can do later, but once you build out the foundation and all of the different components within your business, this can come later. But I just want to show you what is possible when you build out the the foundation correctly. And it gives you these opportunities. And I talk about that a lot. Like if you have your market selected right, if you have the niche market selected right, you've sub-niche down, if you have the actual components built, it will allow you to do this. And those components are really traffic, external traffic. Like traffic and attention are so huge. And this is a great example of that. If we didn't have our own traffic, this $2,008 that we just generated in 30 days wouldn't have been possible. And I know $2,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but take $2,000 here, take $2,000 over there, that's an ad revenue now, and then take $1,000 in affiliate commissions, you're talking $5,000 a month. Again, if we take that over the course of a year, that's $60K, right? So who wouldn't want $60K added to their business just from following these different pieces to building out these assets? So again, I just want to remind you guys that it's really important that you understand that when you're building out your business, that you can check off these boxes as you get through the build. And sometimes it comes down to validating the market that you can actually do this stuff. And again, I'm going to repeat myself here. If you want that exact play-by-play, and I'm going to go through some of it right here, but if you want actual validation process and everything that we use to validate the market, but then also to allow us to do this external stuff, definitely check out ecombizbook.com. I'll put that link up there real quick for you, ecombizbook.com. I'm actually got a copy of it right here. You can print this out. It gives you basically a play-by-play of what we're doing and everything here. So anyway, definitely, and if you get it, print it out. It's like there's some stuff on the back of it there, but print it out. But anyway, all right, let's dig in. So here's the deal. Here's what happened. We have about roughly, well, I don't want to look at my phone, about 170,000 impressions per month right now coming to our blog for this brand. And the cool thing now is that we're able to generate money from that. But how did we get to that point? That's always the question. Well, we did things over and over and over again without any traffic. All right. And that's the key. So many people, they don't do it long enough to see the result. We're all guilty of it, right? You don't work out long enough in the gym to see a result, right? The scale doesn't move. We stop working because we're like, it doesn't work. Right? But it's over and over and over again doing this stuff. And I don't mean it's got to be a lot of work. It just needs to become part of the overall process. So what we did from day one is we built the email list. You guys hear me harp on that, right? You hear me harp on that a lot. We built the email list. Okay. So with that email list, we're now able to take some traffic, those are people, and then point them over to a resource. All right. And that resource just happens to live on our home base, our blog, all right, our website. Okay. And so what we did from day one, before we even had a product launched, we built that email list because we knew we were going to need that to leverage that list to sell product on Amazon, but also direct that traffic over to our blog. All right. So that's what we were able to do because of that. Okay. Because once again, we followed that process. All right. So now that we got traffic, and let me time out real quick. Some people will say, well, Scott, do I do this next thing that you're talking about? This, getting an extra $2,000 per month thing? No, I wouldn't do that yet. I'd do the first part, build the email list and start building out your content around your market. Like that's it. Like that's all I would focus on. This comes later. But the reason why I'm sharing it with you is I want to show you the possibilities that when you put in the work and the time and the effort, this stuff can happen. All right. And I'm not saying it's going to happen for you. I'm sharing what's happening for us right now, right today. Like I just got this number from Chris. It's probably actually a little bit more now, but I got the number about 2 days ago when we finished the month out. It was actually day 29 and a half. So it wasn't even a full month, and it was $2,008. And what that basically looked like was, one, we had a digital item, okay, a digital product. All right. That digital product sells for $4.99. The next question I know that I'm going to get asked is, and if you, again, time out. If you have a question, put it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer it here on a live, or I will answer it in the comments, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or wherever. Because I should be broadcasting to different locations right now. So just drop it in there, and I can go ahead and try to answer it if we're here live or even after the fact. And let me just, another timeout. Man, I'm doing a lot of timeouts here, aren't I? If you're thinking to yourself, well, Scott, what about a digital product? I'm not sure if my market lends itself to a digital product, and I get that. Here's one thing that you can do to look at your market right now and see if you can add a digital product to it. It's very simple, okay? Go and search Kindle books and search for your market. How to catch more bass, right? See if that's it. Bass fishing. Right? Training a certain dog, or cooking, or crocheting, whatever, right? Playing guitar, any of that stuff. See if there's a digital item, okay, a digital Kindle book. And if there is, then look at that just as if you would on another product. As far as the physical product, look at that, look through the table of contents and see what people are wanting to know more about, because those people that have wrote that book know what the market wants. They've already done the research for you. So you can look at that stuff and go, oh, this is something that I could probably create for my own business. And that's what you could do there. So go there. That'll validate that part of it, okay? That if you can actually do this. And if you can't, then you might need to pivot in your market. And that's why we go through this validation process, and we go through how to, number one, identify the market, but the sub-market, and then also can we create these assets in the future? All right. And that's the big thing. Can we create these assets in the future? Doesn't mean we're creating them all now. It just means, can we create these assets in the future? All right. So I'm going to put up my little shameless plug here. ecombizbook.com. That is your playbook. That is your validation process. That's exactly what we do inside of that book. Excuse me. I'll take a sip of water here. So you really want to understand that what you're doing here is we're just validating that we can do this, and we can do the stuff later. It doesn't mean we have to do it all now. But the process and the timing for all of this stuff really looks like this. And this is to just break it down very simply. Okay. Identify the market, the sub-market. Okay. Figure out 3 to 5 products that are already selling in that market. Go over to Amazon and look at your market and see what they are. Okay. We all know Jungle Scout, any other tool that you want to use can kind of give you an idea of what's selling, right? Then from there, start building that email list. Again, but you want to make sure that your market allows yourself to build an email list, and that's part of our validation process. But that's what you want to do. Now, start building that email list by getting people's attention in the market, okay? Precisely that market though, okay? Don't just go out there and go, oh, want to win an iPhone? No, that's not what we want. What we want to do is we want to be able to say, hey, Do you want to win this bass fishing rod? Yeah. Well, you must be a bass fisherman, right? Right. Okay. So that's what we're doing. You want to get those people, build the email list, then find 5 different things that your market is searching for and that you can create content around. Go on YouTube, how to catch more bass, and it'll fill in the blanks in a pond, in a lake, whatever, right? You'll go ahead and you'll find the content. Go to Google, search how to catch more bass, see what that auto suggest comes in for, okay? So that's how you can get some content ideas very, very quickly, okay? And then those are the ones that you'll want to create, okay? So that's what you're going to do there. Then start creating the content. Well, Scott, how do I create the content? I don't know how to create the content. It's very simple. You can hire someone or find an expert. I guarantee I can go out there. I know I can right now. I can find someone who's a very, very dedicated and very passionate bass fisherman. And I can say, hey, how would you like to sit down with me every Saturday morning and you give me 5 of your top bass fishing tips of the week and I'll pay you $25. I'm sure they would love that. And for like a half hour's worth of work, they're going to get paid $25. You got your content. You can record it, you could video it, and then you can have it transcribed. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just go to a place like iWriter. You can go to FreeUp, FREEEUP.com. You can go to Text Broker. You can go to any of these content creation sites and have them do it for you. All right. So there are no excuses. All right. But you got to understand that this is the process this is the exact process that we followed, and it's working really well. This is the process that I did 10 years ago in the photography space, right? How to take better pictures around the holidays, how to take pictures of your newborn baby, how to take better pictures of your dog, like whatever, right? Like this is exactly what I did. All right. And so it follows the same framework. Market, okay, attention, traffic, like what do they want? Deliver value. And then as they're getting value, they may click on a link. They may go and buy your book. They may go buy your product. They may go through an affiliate link, right? And as this starts to compound on itself, the traffic starts coming, the opportunities start coming, right? And those opportunities are turn on ads, turn on affiliate offers, start putting this digital offer in front of these people. So that $2,008 that I'm talking about came from 3 things. 1, a book. And it's not really a major publication or a major, book. It's literally an ebook. Okay. And it's around 70. This one here is about 75 pages. It can be less. It can be this one here, by the way, 52 pages. Okay. And it's really good, by the way, and you should go grab a copy. All right. So it's all right here, right? Everything is inside here, but it's 52 pages. Anyone can do this. Anyone. All right. And then that right there, okay, a book like that, a digital book like that, can then have another thing attached to that. So for us in the physical product brand, that particular next thing would be, oh, you wanted 5 ways to win your next bass tournament. How about you can find, or you can get 20 case studies of top fishermen and what they do to win their bass fishing tournament. For an extra $9.99, you can get those 4 videos, or you can get that book or whatever, right? That's the next thing. You just bought something that is going to help you become a better fisherman or bass fisherman. There's going to be another element that's going to help them even more, right? Or something additional that they would want. That's it. It's kind of what we call an order bump. So that's 2. The third thing was like, oh, you want to catch more bass. I've got 30 fishing lures that I've created that I've tested in multiple tournaments, and so have all of my customers. You can get this ultimate bass fishing lure kit for $39.99. That's it. That is it. Now we've had about a 10% take on that $39.99 offer, and the rest of it's all digital. So a majority of that money is digital money. Digital meaning that there's no fulfillment on that. It's a digital item. The other one is fulfilled through Amazon because that's who we use to fulfill it. That's it. All right, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Also, while I'm at it, do me a favor. If you find this useful or if you want to share this with someone, feel free to do so. I would appreciate it. Like this, share it, do whatever you can to give it a little bit of love if you want me to keep showing up and sharing this stuff with you. All right. But again, if you have any questions on this right now, go ahead and drop them in the comments. And again, if you want to grab your copy of this right here, which to me is everything that you need to know to go through this process and really build everything out, it's right here. The blueprint is right here. So definitely go grab a copy if you haven't done so already. ecombizbook.com. It'll give you everything right there. All right. So now, questions. If you have any, drop them in the comments down below. All right. Now, here's the deal. You do not have to do this thing that I just shared with you right now. If you're not at the point where you have traffic, I would not say to go and drive traffic to a digital offer right now. What I would do is I would build that email list, and then I would drive that email list over to content on the blog. That would be phase one. Phase two is let's put other offers in front of that market. Like, let's do that. All right. So that's exactly what I would do. So Christy wants to know, what is the book link again? Well, let me go ahead and put that up for you really quickly. It is right there, ecombizbook.com. So hopefully you got that. And if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. All right, let me go back here. Dan, what's up, man? Dan says, hey, Scott, it's been a while. Glad you're still sharing your great knowledge. Yeah, awesome. And I love it that you're coming in from Periscope, which I didn't even know that we were still using Periscope. And when I seen that it was one of the options available, I decided to give it a shot. And I've got people here on Periscope. So that's pretty awesome. So thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, definitely drop them in the comments. And again, just to reiterate, you don't have to do this all at once. But the cool thing is, if you have, you have the map, or you have the blueprint, you can do one chunk at a time. But you need to understand that if you understand that you don't understand, that didn't make any sense. If you don't have the process mapped out, then when you get somewhere in the process and you can't do that next thing, you're going to have to kind of like pivot or rethink it. That's why it's important that you kind of map this thing out. Even though you might not do it all right now, map it out. Even though you're not going to create that digital item right now, do the research right now to see if it's going to be possible for you to do that. And if it is, great. If it's not, it doesn't mean it's a deal breaker. It just means somewhere down the line, you may find an opportunity to be able to add a digital item there. All right. I'll give you another example. In my photography business back in the day, we were creating digital templates for our customers. Actually, I was creating a Photoshop template for a holiday card, and I was spending about an hour and a half to do that. I would charge them about $50 to $75 to design it and to create it, and then they would buy the cards from that. Then what I would do is I would take that template and I would sell it on eBay as a digital file that other photographers could use, right? So I created that one thing digitally, sold it to my customer, and then I repurposed it and sold it on eBay for $19.99, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So it doesn't have to be a book. It just needs to be a digital element that you can then offer in place of maybe a physical product that they might not be ready to buy yet or whatever. So just think about that stuff. I'm telling you right now, it's another revenue stream that would be great to add to your business. It also gets people in your market that might not be ready to buy the big item or, the main item or even that thing, but this other component can get you a customer that you can control the price on because you're not really fulfilling it with a physical product. So it allows you to really tap in and start building a customer list. Everyone that's buying this digital book, this digital guide of ours in our new brand, I say new brand, it's about 19 months old now. Right now, that's also getting us a customer list. It's also getting us a pixel, a Facebook pixel on that page when people go there. So that's the other thing. We can always follow up with those people later if they didn't buy or maybe buy something later or maybe when we launch a product. And that's the other thing. And I'm going to end with this, okay? Traffic, it's huge. If we can get traffic, Like we can do a lot of cool things. But think about this. You build the email list, you drive those people over to your blog. That's going to also help your SEO, search engine optimization, that is, and that's going to help get you ranked in Google. As we get to as we get that traffic coming in, the other thing cool we can do now is, let's say that we have a product launch coming up, or maybe we ran out of inventory, we got stock back, and we want to do a 30% off coupon for 3 days. We can put a banner at the top of our website, or we can put a pop-up inside of our website that says, hey, grab your garlic press or your bass fishing rod for 30% off while supplies last. Expires in 3 days or whatever the date is. And that's it, right? And so you can promote your products by using this traffic as well, not just through the email list. Email list, yes. External traffic, yes. All right. Facebook ads, maybe, right? It just depends. I would rather do organic at first, test the offer, and then go to paid. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this little session here of me kind of breaking down the $2,008 new revenue stream, this little test. We are going to be testing a few new things with it. Try to increase that, but also try to increase the amount of email opt-ins at the same time. So stay tuned for that. We are going to be working on that here over the next 30 days. So that'll be the next little test, the little experiment. But that's the cool thing. When you have this traffic, we can experiment, we can play, and really see what works and what doesn't, and then we can build from there. Hopefully, we're hoping to get this little revenue stream up to $3,000 in the next 30 days. That's the goal, and really start to build this thing out. All right. So guys, if you want to grab that book, I'll throw that up, ecombizbook.com. Again, very similar to what I'm talking about right here. That is a resource right here. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Everything that we talk about and discuss is in here. Everything, it just breaks everything down in detail, what we've done, the 10-point formula. It's all broken down. So everything that we did over the past 19 months is documented right here. It's all right there. I mean, everything. So this one here is a great shot too. Because this shows you that most people are only focusing on, let me see if I can do this, that right there, people that are ready to buy. They're not focusing on these people that are almost ready to buy, and then these people that are ready to buy in 7 to 12 months. All right. They're not focusing on that. That's what we want to focus on. And that's what we talk about in ecombizbook.com. So go check it out. It's your playbook. It's our playbook. I'd love to have you go through it. Let me know what you think. And yes, you will buy me a cup of coffee if you go through and grab that. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to be well worth it. And let me say this: if it's not worth it, let me know. Let me know, and I'll give you your money back. It's a cup of coffee. And if you don't think it's worth it, I don't want you to pay for it. But I do believe that you're going to get a tremendous amount of value. And I've had a lot of people already say, even a 7-figure seller went ahead and grabbed a copy and said, Scott, I already learned one nugget in here that's going to take my business to the next level. So that's pretty awesome to hear. So anyway, check it out, ecombizbook.com. If you have any questions, let me know. Drop them in the comments. Do me a favor as well, like this, share it, and give it a little bit of love on whatever platform you're watching this on. All right, so that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care and take action. We'll see you guys. Bye.